Hey guys, it's Tracy here from Exit Realty Cherry Creek. Hope you're all doing well. I just wanted to pop in and give you a bit of a market update this December. The Denver Metro Association of Realtors has just put out their monthly report. It's very long, lots of charts, graphs and stats, but I thought I would shake it down and see what fell out in terms of the trends that we're seeing through the data and also what's out on the street. So the first thing I guess is a big thing to address is we see a lot of articles online talking about, is the Denver housing bubble about to burst? Are we heading for a crash? And when you actually read into those articles, it's trending towards actually a more balanced market is what we're seeing. Typically at this time of year in December, it's winter time. Like the wedding season, it slows. No one wants to get married in the snow, same as housing. So we're seeing a lot of homes that, have been, there was a spike of properties going on the market in August, September, that for whatever reason didn't sell. It could have been that buyers just tapped out and didn't want to get involved in the buying frenzy that we've seen. Maybe sellers trying to capitalize on the traditionally high prices that we've been getting, bids over asking price sort of thing, and so we've had a bit of inventory sort of stay on the market. And what it's meant is, as we've come into this winter season, there's a lot more for buyers to actually have a look at, opportunities to buy good properties without that frenzy that we've typically been seeing in the summer selling season and also in the previous years, because it has been crazy. So for buyers, that's good news. If you look at the stats and get nerdy on stats, we're still in a very strong seller's market. The month supply of inventory number for the classic market, which is properties in the $400,000 to $500,000 range, is still in around the 2, which is a number that indicates a strong seller's market. But again, what's come out of the market is the frenzy. So if you're a buyer and before you were looking at homes and were just scared off by the craziness that was the Denver market, now's a great time to get back in and start having a look. You can take your time. There's a little bit more time to make offers, to think about what contingencies you want, what kind of deals you want to get out there. So the average sales price in Denver at the moment is around the 460,000. So we're not in the cheapest market in the country, but there is still some great buying out there. One thing I wanted to talk about, one thing that was alarming in this, well, it's probably not that alarming if you rent in Denver, but our rental rates in Denver are a third higher than average across the nation. So we pay a third more in rent than the national average here in Denver. It's around $2,000 odd a month for a 3-bedroom home. So yeah, we're paying a lot of money towards our rents. So we're paying someone's mortgage off if you're renting, just not your own. So again, I would encourage anyone that's out there that's renting, that sort of maybe was scared off in the beginning of the year or has been looking in the past couple of years and just cannot compete in the market. I think now's time that it's sort of balancing out. Historically, I think that, and the reason being is just people are tapped out. Buyers were tapped out and just didn't want to compete at that high price point that we were seeing for homes. So that heat's come out of the market a little, but it's still very much trending upwards. So it's a great time to get into property. The other great thing is we're still at historically low interest rates, so around that 5% or so. So again, if you're waiting to see what interest rates do, I would encourage you to speak to a lender, because the likelihood that interest rates go up is higher than them going back down again. So the longer you wait, interest rates rise, your buying power is reduced. So have a chat to a lender. There are so many, that was another thing that came out on this report. There are so many wonderful lending programs, affordable housing, first-time buyer grants. They've just increased the wage limit of what you can get, affordable home loans for. So that's something worth definitely speaking to a lender. If you don't know a lender, speak to me. I can put you in touch with someone great. Yeah, so rent's really high, no surprise there. Market's sort of balancing out in terms of buy and sell. It's different at different price points. So the luxury market, million plus homes, is very much a buyer's market, because there's more homes available than there are buyers. So buyers have the pick of the litter, I guess, in those luxury home markets. classic market, the 400 to 500, which is also where essentially most of our properties, 25+% of the properties sold in Denver are at that classic market range. So that's still a strong seller's market. But again, the heat's gone out of it. You don't have to be so crazy with the bidding wars. And in all honesty, properties that are not showing well, or properties that aren't staged nicely, or, you know, properties that have got a lot of work to do are sitting on the market. So if you're if you're looking at selling, it's really well worth getting your property into tip-top condition before putting it on the market. So yeah, that's kind of the December market. We're still continuing to trend upwards. If you look at any of these charts in the report, they will show a continued trajectory up. There's obviously a dip from in the summertime when we were at our highest sort of sales time. But if you look at sort of year on year, the prices continue to trend upwards in Denver. I will quickly, if I can find it. So we'll look at average sales price as one example. If I'll go to the stats. So this time last year, average sale price in Denver, $480. This time this year, $505. So we've gone, you know, a fair amount up in year on year. But if you compare it to like sort of middle of the year, this year, the average sales price was $540. So, you know, looking at charts and stats, you've really got to look at the long-term effect. But in general, the key point is that we're trending upwards. We've got a healthy market. Good time for buyers to get back in and start looking. Speak to lenders so you know your buying power. And if you're renting, seriously look at what you can afford in the buy space, because there's some good deals out there. And it's time for you to start paying off your own mortgage. That's it for December. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. If you're traveling, be patient, stay safe. And I will look forward to speaking to you in January when the next report's out. Thanks, guys. Bye.